Thank you, Lieutenant Commander Heiner. That is a speech we will remember. I would now like to welcome Class of 2026 graduate Maxwell Marsah to the podium to deliver the 2026 Student Address. Maxwell was selected to share his personal experience as a representative of your graduating class. Maxwell, please come join me at the podium.
This is my testimony. Good morning, distinguished faculty, honored guests, and my fellow graduates. Today is a big day, the kind of day you prayed about, the kind of day you dream about, and in my case, like many of us here, survive boot camp for. My journey started on the streets of Monrovia, Liberia, brought me across the ocean to the United States, pushed me through the obstacle courses of Paris Island, and somehow landed me here, a sergeant of Marines. With a college degree. If you had told 12 years old me, watching the Marines end the civil war in Liberia, that I had one day become one of them, I probably would have said, "Are you sure you are talking to the right kid?" But as I have learned, with God's help, persistence can overcome every resistance. Before I go any further, please permit me to recognize the people who carried me through this journey. First, I'll give all the glory to God who made this possible. Then my parents, my beautiful wife, Valeria, she's probably watching right now. Our two kids, heavenly and divine. My godmother, she's in the back, Fit Komoyanti Komote. My professors at American Military University. But most of all, my sisters and brothers in the United States Marine Corps. Hoorah! If love and support were a college major, each and every one of you will have PhDs. See, I arrived in the United States on June 6, 2022. I met my recruiter 1 week after. And July 27, I enlisted. And on September 6, I was standing on the yellow footprints on Paris Island and wondering, God, what have I done? Even though this was my childhood dream, but sometimes the reality of your dream is more scary and bigger than you've ever imagined. And to make matters worse, my wife was pregnant. Our son was barely 2 years, and we have been in the United States for less than 3 months. But she signed those papers with a smile, and she said something I would never forget. And I will say that to each and every one of you sitting in this room, and to every American watching me around the world. My wife said, "Go serve your country." That's when I knew I had married the right woman. But you see, balancing family life, military, and college, it wasn't easy. I studied in the trenches of Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and in the fields of Iwakuni, Japan. Yet, American Military University was so flexible, I am totally convinced they would allow me to submit assignment from the moon if the Wi-Fi was good enough. But like I said earlier, my story didn't start here. I was born during the 14-year civil war in Liberia. A lot of you don't probably know that, but it's in West Africa. I attended the University of Liberia for 3 years, studying mining engineering. And then in 2014, boom, Ebola hit Liberia. 11,000 plus lives were lost. Schools were closed. My father's business was completely destroyed. I dropped out of the University of Liberia as a sophomore student with no hope of going back. By the way, I never did. Life handed me a bag of lemon. But I did not just make lemonade. I opened a lemonade factory. What did I do? I seized the opportunity to work with Ebola survivors, even when everyone else in my country was running away from this invisible army. But I knew what I wanted. I wanted a college degree. I wanted education. And so I switched to Stars University as a self-sponsored student and started studying information technology because the job could not permit me to continue my education at the University of Liberia. From high school to the time I dropped out of the University of Liberia, I had studied plumbing, journalism, cosmetology, data processing. Basically, if it could be learned, I learned it. Because I always like to say, do not put all your eggs in one basket, especially if the basket is made in Liberia during a civil war. I hustled, I grew, and I adapted. During that time, I applied for international scholarships. I got one at the Felician University in New Jersey, but I was denied a student visa twice. I cry a little, but I pray a lot. And then come in 2021, bam, God opened the doors of blessings for my family. Yeah. We won the diversity visa lottery called the DV to travel to the United States. So what felt like rejection was actually God saying, relax, I've got something better. Fast forward to this day, in just 3 years, I am now a United States citizen. A United States Marine Corps sergeant. And a graduate of this beautiful university. If that isn't God's timing, then I don't know what is. But story time is over. Here is the truth, and probably the most important message that I want the generations to remember. I am not extraordinary. Each and every one of you sitting in this room or watching around the world has fought your own battles. You've raised families. You've worked jobs. You've served your country. Most of all, you've pushed through challenges that no one else sees. Your story matters just as much as mine. As Nelson Mandela said, it is always impossible until it is done. And today, you have done it. So as we celebrate, remember this: your dreams may take time. Your dreams may take detours. Your dream may take you even through Paris Island. But if you stay faithful, if you stay persistent, if you stay hungry, you will get there. Let this not be the end of your journey. There are bachelor degrees waiting for you, master degrees waiting for you. Some of you, doctorates and PhDs. A future that needs your strength, your resilience, and your story. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you.
Ooh, that was a student speaker for all time. That was fantastic. Can we get another round of applause? Oh, that one got me.